How's it going, guys? Jake's here with another fucking video. Now, you may notice I have shaved my porn stash. Now, I don't have one anymore. I'm bleak as fuck right now. Anyway, guys, today, guys, in this video, it's a money-making guide video for pretty much any levels that can do this. Anyone pretty much with 75 range and 37 magic, or 37 prayer. So, let's get on to the requirements and the recommended stats and items. Alrighty, guys, the recommended stats I want to go over in a second. The requirements first is 37 prayer, like I just said. 37 prayer for protect from magic. You're going to be protecting magic non-stop because these things fuck you up if you don't have magic on. They shoot flaming skulls at you, and if you're in a melee distance, they're going to fuck you up with their claws. So get the fuck away from them, okay? Alright, so you're not going to be like near them, you're going to be ranging them, and then all they do is shoot magic, and you're going to be hitting zero, and that's why I'm going to explain why I only need one piece of food. Another required thing is common sense to get there, so you're just going to follow the video, or just pretty much, you know, slowly hear me. If I'm talking too fast, then you're just going to have to rewind, but just, you're going to get there, and then boom. You're just going to follow me, and then boom. Alright, now the recommended stuff that you guys need is stats and items I'm about to talk about. If you have 75 plus range, perfect. That's a recommended stat, and that's why I say that. 75 range is the ability to wield a blowpipe, but I'm going to give you a reason not to use a blowpipe in just in a sec. And it just gives you more accuracy, I thought, after 75 range. Now, prayer bonus armor and accurate ranging armor. Now, you can do variations on what you can do with your armor setup. I will show you guys in the next clip on what you should be wearing or using, and so that will be covered and be good to go. Book of Law, it kind of like goes and plays into prayer bonus armor or any armor in general, so that will be off to the side as well. Ring of Wealth is a lower substitute of the Archer's Ring if you can't afford an Archer's Ring. Ring of Wealth is a good idea because it collects coins for you without picking them up, and also it kind of increases you your chance of getting like a Dragonfall Helm or whatever rare item they drop. Archer's Ring just gives you the accuracy and the efficiency and the conveniency of just killing them faster. Necklace of Anguish. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that shit right, so correct me. It's a good, very good ranging necklace. I suggest it. If you can't afford one, I would go with the Fury. If you can't afford a Fury, then go with a Glory. Glory is probably the best substitution you can get for a the lowest substitution is probably a Glory that you're gonna get. Don't use a Strength Amulet. Don't use Amulet of Accuracy or whatever. Just don't. Rune Crossbow. I suggest a Armadillo Crossbow if you can afford it. Again, it gives you 1 prayer bonus. It also gives you a special attack ability two times, and also increases your ranging accuracy as well. Rune Crossbow, same thing, increases your range accuracy, and also just gives you the ability to just fuck up the dragon with the whatever bolts you're using. Again, I suggest Armadillo Crossbow if you can afford it. If not, substitute it with the Rune Crossbow and boom. Diamond Bolts E. Now, I suggest Diamond Bolts E over any bolts that you're going to use. I would say because it lowers the defense of almost any NPC in this game, and it kind of makes the kill go by faster, and it hits hard as fuck too, so I suggest those. If you can't really afford big bulks of that, I suggest Runite Bolts for a good substitution, or Broad Bolts if you're on a Slayer task. The reason why I say not to use a blowpipe is because you're going to be using a ton of scales on killing these dragons, and you're going to be making no profit at all or very little. Now, I see a lot of people with blowpipe, and I just say no. Go get a crossbow and just go fuck it up. I know it's rapid, but trust me, if you're here for profit, that's not what method you want to use. Now, Ruby Bolts E, or whatever they're called. You do not want to use that because you have to constantly eating food. I know the max hit is like 64 or 63 with the special attack, or special when it's in play, but I don't suggest that because it lowers your health down as it goes and does that special attack if you weren't aware of that. And so I suggest those bolts I just said, and that is listed on the screen. Now, the valuable drops is a Visage, Dragonfall Helm, Dragon items ranges from dragon plate skirt, dragon longsword, dragon plate legs, and etc. Rune items as well, you can pretty much get full rune except the kite shield, I believe. And that's pretty much it for the brutal black dragons. The location I'll show you guys in the game. I'm not very good and good with my lines, so I can't really draw you the arrow going there, but I'll show you guys the way of getting there and what you need to wear before we get there. Alrighty guys, personally this is my setup. I'm not trying to show off or anything, but this is my setup. I don't like to have the prayer. I like to be accurate in this layer to get as much prayer, much kills as possible, and I know it will cost a lot for prayer potions, but I did the math and stuff and I walk away with a pretty good profit at the end of my trip and also at the end of whenever I'm done. So this is pretty much you want to wear if you're the wealthy person like me or whatever. You want to wear Robin, you want to wear a necklace of anguish, you want to diamond bolts E as many as you can, ranger tunic, black d-hide chaps, ranger boots, archer's ring imbued, book of law, mithril gloves, ACB, and then also obvious accumulator obviously. Now let me show you guys the other setup in a second. Alright, so here's another very good setup I would use if, I wasn't really wealthy or really, I was on a budget with my items in the game or whatever, or money. This is a very good setup, and it's the Ancient Maitri, Moke's Robe Top, Black D-Hide Chaps, Holy Sandals, Archer's Ring. You can substitute that with a Ring of Wealth if you can't afford the Archer's Ring. Book of Law, I'm sure you guys can afford this. I believe this is only like 900k or a mil, I believe, if you have all the pages. Runite Bolts, you want more than that. I just grabbed what I can. The Glory, the Obvious Accumulator, the RCB, and the Mithril Gloves if you have those. If not, then Van Braces would be good, another good. But as you see, my prayer bonus is 22, and you can last a long ass time. And you can bring as few prayer potions, save you a lot of prayer potions. You probably can last 3 prayer potions in the layer, maybe 4, but I bring 5 with my expensive setup. And you only have 145 range bonus compared to 192 what I had, and only 8 prayer bonus. So it kind of depends on what you're after. If you're after profit, huge ass profit, then I'd suggest this setup. And if you can afford the ACB, then substitute whatever you got to do to substitute your items that you want to use. Alrighty guys, on getting there, it's pretty simple, pretty basic. If you have the games necklace, I suggest you go in the games necklace, or any faster way you can think of getting the Zia, get there now. And the only fastest way I know of is going through the games necklace, through Winter Todd. And if you have any other faster way, please post in the comments, and I'll be sure to list those in the description and have you, or pin those comments, and make sure that people know on how to get there faster. So what you want to do is go to Winter Todd camp and then follow my footsteps, please, and then we'll get back to you guys when we have arrived with the location. Alright, when you have followed me and arrived at the location, what you want to do is right click this fat ass statue and click investigate, and then you will be dialogued all the way down to a fucking mysterious layer. From here you want to go north or west, I believe. Yeah, you want to go west and then go all the way down and go north, and then through the bouncers or whatever they're called, protect from melee so you don't get fucked up. And then once you enter the dragon's lair, any dragons put protect from magic, and then boom, make sure you're not getting hit from these fuckers. Past the red ones, and then boom, you're at the brutal black dragons. Usually this isn't really packed, but in this case it's fucking packed. I mean, look at it. It's fucking packed, so we'll come back to you guys when we hop around and find an awesome world. Alrighty guys, what you want to do is pretty much just attack any dragon you can on the in the premises where you're at when you enter the brutal black dragons. And what you want to do is pretty much just take a sip of your ranging potion and your anti fire potion, and then boom, you are there. And then not there, but you know what I mean. You have your items and you're getting fucked up. Anyway, you can either drop your games necklace or you can keep it. It really doesn't matter. You can use Eagle Eye to kind of like fuck it up even faster, and we'll come back to you guys to show you guys how much it takes for a trip. And yeah. Alrighty guys, we are just finishing up our dragon, and we are going to, ooh, another rune plate legs. That's fucking nice. Sweet guys, so I really recommend blue to black dragons. Here's the time. We barely just finished at like 18 minutes, so stop the timer. Do I have any words against this money making method? I probably don't. I'm gonna just eat one of the anglerfish. I meant the black dragon hide. Cost more. Anyway, when you're done, go up the rope, and then you'll be brought to the Inferno kind of area on Zia. There's an altar to the northwest if you go far enough, right there, if you ever run out of prayer down there. And then there's a bank south from the little hole you go to that you came out of. And then if you keep running and running and running, there's a bank right down here. And then we'll show you guys the loot real quick in the amount of time in 18 minutes. Alrighty guys, so this was in 18 minutes roughly, 18 minutes and 39 seconds. It's 206k that we got, and that's just one trip. Now you may be thinking to yourself, that's a long ass time from just 18 minutes down there in the fucking hole, and probably waste of time, but that's 206k right there. So I did the math. In 54 minutes you'd be making 612 to like 800k roughly per hour. It really depends on what items you get from Brutal Black Dragons. I've had items coming from like dragon plate legs in one inventory with all these rune plate legs, and it was insane. Here's my Brutal Black Dragon tab. Give me 1 second. So this is the Brutal Black Dragon tab I've been saving, and I'm going to continue saving until I think it's the right time to do so. It's probably like at like 6 mil right now. On my main I have like a 24 loot tab. It's pretty nice, and it's really worth it in the end, because you never know if you get a Visi or a Dragon Full Helm. Now you get all the drops that you guys see in this this loot tab is pretty much all from Brutal Black Dragons, except the green d'hide, blue d'hide, the onyx bolts, and the fire staff, lava dragon bones, etc. Anything from pretty much below all the hide and shit is from Brutal Black Dragons. And you get these totem bases as like a key and ancient shards for all this shit, and I don't really understand what it is, but I'll find out somehow. But anyway guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this guide, and hopefully it helped you guys out in the long run for making money. It's a really good money making method for me. If you're really high range, then boom, you'll be making more money by hour than you ever be. So again, like 600 to like 800k per hour. It's pretty efficient if you stay on top of it and just keep doing it and saving your loot tab. And it's really good for AFKing. Like I said, watch a movie, do your homework. I don't know, go have fun with your girlfriend, or your boyfriend if you're female, or whatever you got going on. Just you have fun while you do this, and just keep an eye on your prayer. So anyway guys, thank you guys again. And I don't know if I said this or not, we're almost at 100,000 channel views. We're at 96,000 right now. Thank you guys so much for all that. It really means a lot to me. I have the video coming out with my parents tomorrow, hopefully, for Christmas, of the video response. And we are at 720 subscribers. Holy shit. On November 7th of this year, we had 500 subbies. Now we're gained 220 subscribers within less than 2 months, and that's pretty good, guys. That's really good. I really appreciate your guys' support, and I love you guys, and I'm free to do any kind of video suggestions you guys want. events, pking, free to play, secret millionaires, just little mini events that I would like to record and put on YouTube that I think are unique. Anyway, guys, you guys have a good night or whatever time of day is, and Merry fucking Hallelujah, Christmas, and Happy New Year's and Happy Holidays. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
You've got a friend.